Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you the final checkout video of Angela's telephone from Oregon. And this telephone is a really cool yellow Princess Western Electric. And basically when this telephone came in and we did an initial checkout of this telephone, Angela had a black handset cord that was in pretty bad shape. But basically the reason people end up getting different colored cords on these the different like yellow and the harder to find colors basically is because you can't hardly find these handset cords anywhere, and you know, they're pretty difficult. You just can't walk into any store and buy one, and so they're getting hard to find. And another thing that we're not going to be using in this telephone any longer is this light bulb. This telephone has been converted to an LED situation. So these light bulbs basically consume a lot of power, and there's no sense in using them. We're just kind of going to move into the future here, and this keypad is lit with an LED now. And actually there's two of them in this telephone. So we're going to get rid of the bulb here, and we're going to get rid of the handset cord, and we're going to do some final checks on this telephone. Now, there was some minor cracking in this body. The telephone has probably been well used, and it's probably been dropped a few times. But basically on the inside of this telephone, we kind of secured up some of the cracks that were in it. But other than that, yellow is a really cool color. We get a lot of calls for these type of telephones, and the more sought after colors are really bought up quick, and people search them down, and so this is a yellow one. Anyway, let's ring the telephone now. I'll let that go a couple times. Give you some dial tone here. And she had complained of some cutting out and things like that, and that would be pretty much coincide with the cords on this telephone and the hook switch. They were in pretty bad shape. They were frayed at the end, and all the connections have been cleaned now and gone through. So we'll give you some dial tone here. We'll go ahead and dial some numbers. I'm going to end in a 2, and I'm going to go ahead and talk into the handset and transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Incoming message test. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anytime you see that red indicator light on the analyzer while I'm transmitting into the handset, that's an indication of 100% modulation. Hello, hello. So we know the telephone is in working condition. We'll go ahead and lift the top off of this telephone, and I'm going to kind of give you a look at the lights that are in this telephone keypad now. The bulb would normally be right here in the socket, but the socket is left in place, but there's no bulb in it any longer, and now we have LEDs inside the keypad. So kind of took this telephone into the future a little bit. And we're going to turn the lights off here in a little bit and let you see the keypad. I'm going to go ahead and move the telephone line over into a regular dial line, and give you some dial tone here. And I'm going to dial, say, a time and temp number.
Shop our entire location online anytime at Offenburg.com. Today is Tuesday, July 12th. The time is 2:27. Current temperature 92 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area. Mostly clear tonight, lows around 80. Tuesday, partly cloudy, hot and humid. 30% chance of a thunderstorm. High in the upper 90s. Heat index 111.
Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dial another number. I'm going to dial my number and it will be busy. So we know the telephone is working. I'm going to go ahead and take the line cord and put it back over in the analyzer. Give you some dial tone. And another thing I want to show you is in the back of this telephone here. So now what we have in this telephone is not only do we have our line cord that plugs in, we have an electric cord that simply plugs in. And we installed a modular port for the plug. And so basically it's a power plug or a modular because it's small, and that's your power plug. And she has a transformer now at the other end of this plug, and basically all you have to do to it is walk up to it and plug it in. And then you'll see that the lights come on. I'll unplug it and then plug it back in. Another thing that I want to show you is this telephone, just like all the other Princess telephones, we have our light on now, when you'll see a little bit of the light coming from this direction. But what we also have here is the original switch. So basically this telephone can, when it's hung up in that switch position, the night light goes off. And when you lift the receiver, it will come on so that you can see the keypad to dial. Now the other mode of that switch is if you switch it over and go to the other option, what happens is the night light continues to stay on whether the telephone is hung up or not, and it can be used as a night light. And then it'll go off, the light will go off as soon as I hang up. So the telephone basically works the way it did when it first came out in an original condition. With these LED lights, they have a much longer life, about 50,000 hours, and the light bulb itself wouldn't last that long. And the light bulb actually pulls a lot of power, basically, and has a lot of power consumption. These LED lights do not have a lot of power consumption, and so running those LEDs inside this telephone isn't really going to cost anything. They just don't have the power consumption as a regular bulb would, or the heat. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the light off now. And I want to show you, basically, we'll put the cover back on the telephone. And so what happens now is when I hang the telephone up, the LEDs will go off, and I'm going to reach back and I'm going to switch the switch in the back. And basically what happens is the telephone is hung up right now, the receiver is on the telephone, but once I pick it up, you'll notice that the night light never goes off now, even when I hang up. And I'll put the switch in the other position where it's only going to come on when the receiver is up, and it totally goes out. So it basically works like it did in the old days, but I want to give you a look here at the keypad now. So that's really cool how that worked out. And now she can utilize the she can go ahead and utilize the function that came with this telephone originally. And she should be very happy to be able to use it like that. I'm going to go ahead and stick it on the night light situation. And so basically this telephone is repaired, and it has a yellow handset cord now, and it's ready to be sent back to Angela. And it's really a great phone. We've had some customers that have really wanted this phone when they walk in. You know, they walk in and they want to, you know, the hot stuff kind of goes real quick, and they ask about these telephones, and they're looking for them. They want them. They want to collect them up. And so you know the keepers when people start talking about them, or they're interested in them and they want to buy them. So, but basically Angela is a customer, and this is her telephone, so it's not for sale. So anyway, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.